I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on a second AFC team in the Miami Dolphins. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here comes the Kansas City offense, and in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes.
You can't help but continue to marvel at how well this man's career has gone so far. Now in his 5th season as KC starter, he's never missed a conference title game, and he's taking the field in his 3rd Super Bowl. Simply dominant, it's easy to envision him being one of the top quarterbacks for many years to come.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Now here's Mahomes, rolling to his left. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw, his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense has been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Miami set to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Here we go. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 15-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Now Tua just going to back this forward on the end around. Nifty move. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A handoff running left is Mostert. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's interference. Defense.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. 97.
On 2nd and a couple. Tua forced out to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
They'll run with Gaskin. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
touchdown Dolphins! Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
The two are going to try and throw for it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, 5. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down where they are here starting the third quarter.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Miami's offense set and ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the 35 on 2nd down. Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Tua now on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Now an open man. That's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to find Hill here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end Gesicki. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's complete to his tight end Mike Gesicki. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trent McDuffie with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. From midfield, here's Tua. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.